and welcome to my channel. Today is a very special Thriver Thursday. Thriver Thursday normally comes on Thursday, but guess what else is coming today? Thanksgiving. So the Red Diva is going to have a very, very thankful Thanksgiving Day Thriver Thursday all for you. We're going to go over the top 10 Red Diva things that she's grateful for. We're going to create this great look using drugstore brands as well as this great OUTRE WigPop Senna. So don't go anywhere. Sit back, relax, digest your turkey or tofurkey if you wish, and we will be right back with a great Thriver Thursday for Thanksgiving Day, just for you. We're ready to start the show. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so now we're going to start off with some of the basics, preparing the eyes. So we're going to work on the eyebrows first. I'm going to be using the NYX Brow Glue as well as the NYX Professional Brow Pencil in brown. And I'm also going to be using the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. So we're going to be working on those items now, and we're going to start off with number 10 on our thankful list for today. And number 10 would be my family, because I have been very, very lucky to be able to grow up. I grew up in Argentina as well as in Miami, and I've had some really great experiences that have allowed me to see you know, the world, and to be able to have a really interesting and rich background between my dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family. And that has afforded me an opportunity to meet people from all over the world and be able to connect. And that sort of cultural background has given me a chance to really connect with people from all over and learn and grow. So my family has passed down very good values to me, and a rich culture, you know, and yeah, so I'm very, very thankful for that, and also for their continued support. I have family all over the world, and it is so beautiful when I'm able to connect with them and see how they're doing, and hopefully visit them as well. I'm looking forward to seeing some of them in the near future, now that things are starting to normalize a little bit more. And yeah, so I'm very, very grateful for them, and for the relationship that I have with them. So now we are going to go to number 9. Of course, a part of my family is my extended family, which includes many of my lifelong friends that I've had for years, some of them since childhood. And even though I have moved around a lot growing up and have attended a variety of different types of schools and things like that, I've always been very, very blessed to connect with people and have wonderful friendships that last a lifetime. And for me, that is really a part of me that I cherish so much. You know, I cherish my friends and their impact on my life so much. And I really would not be the person that I am today without the love and support that I get from my friends. And I always find an opportunity to see them and spend time with them, no matter how many years go by and the distance between us. I'm very, very thankful for them, to have them in my life. And sometimes, you know, with family, you can't choose your family, but you could definitely choose your friends. And a lot of times friends will give you what your family cannot give you. And so my friends are very, very important to me, and I really cherish them so much. All right, so I did the brow pencil as you saw, and I did the brow glue as well. Okay, I am gonna finish up the brows. Just want to make sure that they are all going upward. Okay, and then with the back of the brow pencil, I'm just going to do a little rolling pin kind of effect like that. And like that. And like that. And just get a little tissue here. Wipe the gunk out of the brush. Okay, so now they are nice and pointy. We're gonna let that set, and then we'll go back and finish off that brow once we're done with the eyes, and we will fill them in one last time with the brow pen. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue with the eyes, and that's gonna be using the Milani eye base. That's gonna be applied all over the lid. And as I do that, I am gonna go to number 8 on my list. 8 on my list is opportunities and resources. And I know that may sound very much like something out of HR or a job description, but I find that as I get older, I realize that not everybody has the same opportunities or resources that I've had. And with that comes a lot of responsibility, because I always like to be able to share any opportunities or any resources that I have come across and be able to share that with people that I know and help them out. But I recognize that there's a lot of privilege that comes to a lot of people around the world, and I take that very seriously. And for me, I am very grateful for all the things that I've been able to achieve and be able to see in this world. And I don't take that for granted one minute. And I'm always sort of like rooting for the underdog and making sure that people have equal opportunities and equal resources out there. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. And for me, that is like something that I really, I'm such a huge advocate for that. So I recognize that, you know, there are things that I have been able to achieve and things that I've been able to receive in my life that not everybody has that opportunity. And so for me, I'm very, very grateful for that. And I'm always seeking new opportunities. And of course, nothing in the world comes easy to anybody. You know, everybody has to kind of fight for themselves, you know, and be able to go for their goals and things like that. But I'm very blessed and very thankful that I have a lot of resources, and sometimes the resources are up here, you know. And so that really, I'm always grateful for that I'm able to be a quick thinker, and I'm a go-getter, but still, you know, luck does come into play sometimes, and I'm very grateful for that. And other times it's just about sitting down and thinking about something and coming up with a solution, you know. So either way, however you want to look at it, whether it's luck or hard work or just, you know, ingenuity or whatever, or opportunity. But I mean, I'm just very, very grateful, and I look forward to having many, many more experiences out there and opportunities out there, not only for myself, but to bring everybody along with me. So that's something that I'm very, very, very grateful for. Okay, so now that we've done the eyeshadow primer and everything, we're going to go into this 5 in a box. This one is a great small palette of 5 shades, obviously. Some of them are matte, and some of them have a little bit of shimmer to them. So these 3 right here are matte, and these 2 have a little bit of a shimmer finish to them. And this is by Catrice, by the way. So these are the 5 in a box. And a lot of times people say that these remind them of the Natasha Denona mini palettes. So this is a great dupe for that. And we're going to try this one. And this one is called Soft Rose Look. Soft rose look it is. And of course, as you could see, definitely gives you that soft rose look. Very, very classic, very easy to achieve. we're going to do sort of like a mid-tone look with it. We are going to do a dramatic lip today, so we're going to keep the eyes kind of a smoky, classic look, not too heavy though, okay? So we're going to start off with a good transition color. I'm going to go right there with this one right here. And as I apply that, I'm going to talk about number 7 on my list. My number 7 is Passions. I have been into so many things since early age. Even in kindergarten, I was involved with music. I really loved music from a young age, and also art. So that's something that I have known all my life, and really don't know anything else. As far as those early memories, and that is something that has really have allowed me to be creative in my life, and I'm so grateful for that, because I've always been able to have so much fun being able to explore these different practices. And yeah, it's just been so wonderful to be able to be in music, be in art, and then be with creative people, and just kind of look at the world with an amazing plethora of opportunities ahead of me, in those fields. So passions for me would be music, art. I love learning about cultures and things like that. That is something that I've always been interested in, focusing on, learning about people and history that goes along with that. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this rose tone right there on the crease as well. And so for me, cultures and also food, oh my God, I'm such a foodie, and I am so grateful to have had at an early age the opportunity to try so many different cool foods, and to be able to explore and be open-minded to them. Not everybody's open-minded to different kinds of foods. You would think they are, but not. I know people that are like, no way, I'm not touching a tomato to save my life, or oh no, I don't eat olives, or oh no, mayonnaise, what the hell is that? And I just laugh, because I'm like, oh my God, like, what do you mean you don't eat olives? What do you mean you don't ever touch tomatoes or cheese, or so many things that I take for granted that I include on my daily diet of things that I just love and enjoy and stuff like that. And there's so many people that are just like, no way, and I'm just so grateful to have had the opportunity to be exposed to those things as a child, and to not be closed-minded in terms of having the opportunity to have them. And so that's something that I love, and travel is such a huge passion of mine, and I just enjoy it so much. I'm gonna have a little fallout on the palette. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little tiny bit of this color underneath the brow bone, and travel for me is like, oh my God, like if I could just travel around the world, for a whole year, and just focus on exploring all the places that are on my bucket list, that would be like the biggest achievement for me. It just would be, oh my God, I don't think anything would be able to top that, except maybe getting an opportunity to win a Tony Award or an Oscar or something like that, like a premium award like that. That would be like, oh my God, how can you top that? But if I could travel around the world, that would be just like, oh my God. I've had a chance to visit Hawaii and parts of Asia and Europe, of course, the Caribbean, and and North America as well, and within the United States as well. And I just really just love it so much, and there's so many places that are still in my bucket list that I want to do, and I just really can't wait to be able to start getting those checked off the list. And also I am a huge advocate in general for human rights and social rights and things like that. So for me, that is part of my passion as well. Like I mentioned earlier, like rooting for the underdog, that is something that it's important to me to be able to give people an opportunity, equal opportunity. So very much into politics, and you know, very vocal about my opinions on different topics of that nature. And so for me, that's something that will never be away from me in that sense, you know. So yeah, so that's some of the things that I'm passionate about. Now we're going to focus on adding a little bit of a smokiness right there on the corner. We're going to use the deeper tone of that, okay? I'm going to get a fluffy brush like this. I'm going to dip into that tone as well, and I'm just going to sweep it across the crease and just kind of blend in with that rose tone that we used in the crease as well. I'm going to add a little bit more of that rose tone on the crease area as well. Now we're going to go ahead and dampen a brush, and what we're going to do is we're going to spray a little bit of the brush with a setting spray, and I'm going to go in with that shimmery one, the second one to the darkest. And I'm also going to use my pinky finger and just kind of tap that on. And also with another ring finger, I'm going to tap on the very, very lightest color and just kind of tap that in the center like that. So you get that nice sort of wet look to the eyes. Super pretty. And I'm going to go back to the brush that I had a little bit of the darker color and just kind of tap into the corner there like that. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and cleaned up the under eye area because now we're going to focus on the face. I'm going to start off with the Flower Beauty Celestial Supernova Priming Mousse. So while we talk about the next thankful item on the list, it would be for me talents. I said talents, yes. And for me, it is a combination of not only the talents that I was able to have, just natural born talents, but also the opportunity to discover new ones and to be able to explore different things in the world. And so for me, it's like all about learning. You know, I just really feel like I never want to stop learning and growing as a person, whether it's spiritually or whether it's something like a hobby or philosophy or just about anything and everything. So it is it's about expanding your natural talents, and also I love when I am able to help others do the same. When I used to work as a manager, and I had a team of employees, I used to help coach them and develop them. And for me, that was always such a cool thing to see how people would go have those aha moments and be able to grow and discover parts of themselves that they didn't know they were capable of doing. So that for me is also a talent, you know, that I didn't really think I had until I got older. You know, I always thought, okay, music, art, things like that. And also cooking for me is like such a really cool natural talent that I'm able to you know, put together a great meal and be inspired by delicious food and things like that. And that's something that I really, really am so grateful for. And because I realize that a lot of people don't naturally have that. So I definitely consider that to be a talent as well. we're going to go ahead, now we've got the skin prime, we're going to use the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. And this one contains hyaluronic acid, and it's also long wearing. And this is like a medium to full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy like a mask. So we're going to go ahead and apply that with a damp sponge. I have the e.l.f. for Chipotle avocado shaped sponge that I'm going to go ahead and use, and the color that we have for this one is 010 Cool Cashmere as the color. So I'm going to go ahead and use, I've used this already a few times, and I do enjoy so much the way that it goes on, as well as the finish. It evens out your skin tone very nicely without looking cakey. And with this formula and this particular foundation, I do enjoy it more applying it with a sponge than a brush. I don't know why, it's just my preference for this particular one. I think it's because it's very, very lightweight in texture, and I think that maybe it gets kind of lost in the foundation brush. So it doesn't quite give me the same type of finish that I want. It's very buildable, so you can apply a thin layer, let that absorb a little bit into your skin, and then go ahead and tap in a little bit more to get that extra coverage that you want. I'm using the back side of the sponge just to kind of press that into the skin. The sponge is damp. I washed it earlier, and so it's really nice and clean and fresh. Good color, it matches nicely with the rest of my body. Okay, so we're done with the foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and use, I don't have a Catrice or Essence concealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the Flower Beauty. This one is the Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and get another sponge that I have here, which is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the concealer there and there. Okay. So the next item on the list is number 5. Number 5 is all about community. And also within that is the social media aspect, which I know that that is sort of a controversial thing because a lot of people have such negative experiences with social media and also just with community groups in general, you know, whether they're through social media or in person. But I've been so lucky, and I guess part of it is that, you know, the energy that you put out is the energy that you give back, that you get back. And, you know, I think that that's something that sometimes people don't think enough about, you know. In general, you know, when I go to places and stuff like that, you know, like I try, especially when I'm dealing with strangers, I try to be kind and nice. And, you know, if I need something from somebody, I try to be like, hey, how are you? Can you do me a favor? You know, like I don't go in there like a Karen, you know, like demanding stuff, you know. Now if I don't get good service, or if, you know, if there's an issue and I'm not being treated fairly or something's happening like that, you know, I'm gonna voice it, obviously. But as far as, you know, kind of going in there on the defense, you know, I try to be really, really nice, you know. And so I generally do really, really well in terms of in group settings and stuff like that. And I'm so grateful for that because I am able to meet people from all over the world and, you know, build lifelong connections with them. And within the cancer community, I have met so many wonderful people, and I continue to meet so many wonderful people that have either helped me or I've been able to help them. And that's something that I'm extremely, extremely grateful for. And one of the reasons that I tie the community / with social media is obviously I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have this channel and to be able to connect with people and give them a little bit of hope, you know, and friendship. And I think that that's something that we can all use. So I'm super, super grateful for that, to be able to have this channel, to be able to have different Facebook groups and stuff like that, that people can join and follow, and be able to attend different events that help the cancer community, that help, you know, all different kinds of communities. So that's something that for me is so, so important, you know, and I'm so grateful for that. The next item is going to be the Catrice True Skin Mineral Loose Powder, and that's going to be with also hyaluronic acid, so it's going to be hydrating and not drying. It's going to be transparent matte. So that's the one that we have right now. I'm going to get a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to get, I have powder here that's on the lid, so I'm going to go ahead and sweep that. Now I'm going to get a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to tap a little bit of the powder into the brush. Okay. And I'm just going to sweep it across the face. This powder is really nice because it seals the deal on terms of making the foundation last longer, and it gives you a perfect airbrushed look on the skin. It doesn't highlight the pores or the fine lines. It just really just kind of blurs everything. Still allows my freckles to show through, obviously, but it definitely does not look cakey or dry. So that is the powder right there, the True Skin powder. So super happy with that. Okay. The next item we're going to be using is the Catrice Prime and Fine Duo. This is a professional contouring palette. Okay. It's going to have a great medium tone for the contouring, and then it's going to have a little bit of a highlighting powder right here just to kind of pop different parts of the face. This one in particular is in the 010 Ashy Radiance. So I'm going to get a small brush like this, okay, short and stubby, and I'm going to go ahead and chisel some of the areas that I want to really contour and bring forward. It is a matte finish powder, by the way. I'm going to warm up the temple area as well. This powder is very sheer, by the way, so it allows you to build up to the tone that you want without the skin looking like it's dirty. So it's a very subtle contouring. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and use the Essence blush. It's called The Blush, and this one in particular is going to be number 20. Bespoke. This color has been very popular on a lot of YouTube channels because even though it is a blush, the color makes a super, super nice tan, toasty kind of bronzer look. So we're going to go ahead and apply with a fluffy brush like this, like a kabuki, and I'm just going to sweep that across the cheeks. And while we do that, we're going to talk about being grateful for experiences. Experiences are always something that I strive to have because that is where my personal growth happens the most. And sometimes you have to sort of come out of your comfort zone in order to have the opportunities to achieve those experiences, you know, but I always try to leave a situation with a lesson. And for me, that is something that I really, you know, nobody wants to be uncomfortable, obviously, you know, but the results that come from having different experiences can be so rewarding sometimes. And even the ones that are the most challenging can leave you feeling like, wow, I really got so much out of it and I grew so much as a person. So I'm always grateful for that opportunity to have those experiences. This is a nice toasty color. I like this a lot. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and utilize a little bit of that lighter tone the highlighting portion. I'm going to go ahead and use it underneath here. Just kind of want to pop that tone there under the area that we worked on. I'm going to use it on the top of the nose as well. Again, this is a very sheer powder, very subtle, so it's not going to sit there and give you a blinding highlight. It kind of gives me the impression of like the Hourglass Candlelight powder. So it's sort of like that. It's a highlight that is not a shiny pearly highlight. It's more like a glow within type of highlight. Okay, now we're going to go to another Essence, the blush, and this one is going to be on the color Befitting number 10. And this one is more of a tea rose color. So we're going to go light-handed with that one because this one is going to be a little bit more obvious. And I'm just going to apply that in the apple of the cheek, only there. I'm not going to sweep it up because I already have a lot going on in the rest of the cheek. But I do love a rosy color on the cheek. Isn't that beautiful? Really nice pop of color for the cheek area. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and work on the eyes just a little bit more before we finish the look and finish the lips, okay? On the eyes, we're going to go ahead and use a Catrice color. This one is the 18-hour Color and Contour Pencil, and this one is going to be in the color, Stella McBrownie. Stella McBrownie is the eye color, and this is a nice brown that has a little tiny bit of a frostiness to it. So we're going to go ahead and line the lash line with that. I'm also filling in the upper waterline as well. I'm also going to line the lash line with that color as well. And I'm going to use a little brush just to sweep any fallout, any excess. I'm just using a little brush to smooth and soften any harshness on that liner. I'm also going to utilize a Flower Beauty eyeliner pencil. This one comes in a nude shade, and this is for the lower waterline. Just touching up the liner. I'm going to go ahead and curl the lashes, and while I do that, we are going to talk about number 3 on the list. Item number 3 is going to be all about faith. And right now, with the world the way it is, I think that it's so important to have faith and have hope and to be able to connect with that energy. That is so important. We're going to be using the Essence, the Lash Princess, and this one is the False Lash Effect, which is the green one. That is the way we're going to build up the lashes very nicely. So faith for me has always been not so much about going to a special place to be able to worship or have that connection to my faith. For me, it hasn't been about sitting there and focusing on reading something specific. It's really about that inner connection that we feel that can never truly be explained, but you feel that connection to a higher being, to a higher purpose. So for me, I was kind of a rebel because my older siblings, I'm the youngest of 5, and my older siblings all went to Bible school and we were raised Roman Catholic in Argentina. And for me, it's like by the time I got to be of age to do the whole thing, the whole spiel on Sundays, and then, you know, have catechism and all that stuff, I was like, oh no. I just did not feel it. And especially because we moved quite a bit as I was growing up. And before the age of 10, we had already moved 3 times. And so for me, it was kind of like I just didn't feel the connection to going to Sunday school and going through all of that. So, and then as I got older, I really was a little bit more liberal in my thinking in terms of religion, and I felt definitely more connected to spirituality versus religion, to give you guys an idea. But for me, it's still at the core of who I am as a person, and you know, people that don't believe in anything, you know, I always feel like they're missing out on that spiritual connection to the world, you know, and the universe, you know, and what's beyond that, you know. So I am very grateful to have had incredible experiences in that realm, and to be able to have faith and share my faith with others, and hopefully be a beacon of hope for others as well through utilizing my faith. So that's something that I'm very, very grateful for having, and I always try to see, you know, what ways I can grow in that area. So that's something that I will continue to focus on, and it's very, very important for me, and luckily for those around me as well. And yeah, that's something that I enjoy having that conversation, and to be able to analyze kind of like the meaning of life, and you know, the impact that we have on others and on the world, and sort of like, in the words of Hamilton, which I'm a huge fan, is kind of like, what is your legacy? Like, you know, and that ties into faith and into purpose as well. All right, so we did the lashes with that beautiful Lash Princess. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let that dry. And while that dries, we're gonna finish off the brows, and we're gonna use that Lift and Snatch brow pen. And I just wanted to be able to go over a little tiny bit on the brow hairs right in the front. Just kind of give it a little bit more detail. And also extend the end a little tiny bit more. Okay, now that we filled out completely the brows, I'm going to go back to this shimmering champagne color, and I just want to be able to clean up the under part of the brow. Make sure that it's still nice and sharp underneath there. Okay, I'm also going to add a little bit of that in the inner corner for brightening. Make sure that I sweep any excess down. All right, we're gonna go ahead and work on the lips. So, and also item number 2 on the list. So we're one away from the bottom of the list, okay? So the lip liner that we're gonna use is gonna be the Lippy pencil in BFF4. This tone is a nice sort of a rich brown color like that, okay? So we're gonna use that to line the lips. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I did prime the lips with the Catrice Lip Treatment. This one has shea butter, and it really moisturizes the lips right before you put on any type of lip liner or lip color, okay? So this is really, really nice to hydrate the lips, and that's why the lip pencil was able to glide on very nicely and create a nice surface for everything to blend softly, okay? Great lips, great color. Okay, so while I do the lip color now, which is going to be also by ColourPop, this one's going to be the ColourPop Lippie stick, and this color is going to be 1000%, and it is also a nice rich tone. Okay, and I will show you. Very, very creamy, and it's a matte sort of a wine berry color. Okay. So the number 2 item on the list is going to be health. For me, and also the journey that I've been in all these years, for me, health has been so important and has been a primordial focus for me after being diagnosed with breast cancer in 2009. So for me, the taking care of health is really important. And I know that a lot of people don't like to be sick, but I personally do not like to be sick. So for me, it's like whatever I have to do to avoid feeling bad while being sick, for me, it's like, let's do it. Let's not even think about it, you know? So for me, it's like I'm so grateful that technology and also humanity has joined together to be able to afford me the opportunity to have some of the very best doctors in the world here in New York to take care of me. And that's something that I'm such an advocate for people all around the world to be able to find that for themselves, you know, and to learn about their body and learn about what they need for their body and to take care of their body. This is a very soft matte finish, by the way. There's no gloss in this. So I'm extremely grateful for being able to have the chance to take care of my health. And I know that a lot of people around the world don't have that opportunity. So I really count my lucky stars every day for being able to have that. And for me, that is something that I'm able to talk to people about, and I'm able to advocate for that for other people. And so for me, it's like being able to reach out to people and sort of give them a different perspective than the one that they may have in regards to their health. That's something that is really important to me. That is part of the platform that I have with my Facebook group, NYX Can, which I will add the link to the Facebook group at the bottom description box. And also having this type of episode like today, the Thriver Thursday episode, and be able to reach out to folks that are dealing with hair loss, are dealing with some of the side effects of their treatment for cancer, and being able to kind of uplift them and make them feel pretty, even for just a little bit, and take their mind off whatever they have going on, because I do know where you're at. I do know what you're going through. And although each different cancer treatment affects people in different ways, you know, I think at the core, we're all facing the same question, which is, oh God, now what? What do I do with this diagnosis? You know, and where do I go after this diagnosis? You know, and how do I navigate through all of this? You know, so I am so grateful for having this opportunity to share my my journey with you guys in terms of health, and not necessarily give you guys specific information, because I rather leave that to your doctor or panel of medical team and things like that. So I'm not going to sit there and recommend a product or recommend a practice or anything like that. But I think that it's all about your mindset through your journey, and that's something that you have to be able to have great communication with your doctors about what are the things that you need to do to get your health the best possible chance that it has to fight cancer and to be able to move through this and get to the other side. You know, again, you know, like, I trust that all of you guys are doing the best that you can and taking on this incredible challenge the best way you can, you know, but always talk about it with the different people that you come across, because through that you'll learn what's out there, and nobody in the world knows everything. And even doctors, and especially doctors, you know, they're always learning from each other, and there's always new things coming out. So you have to be on the lookout for new technology and new opportunities to be able to find whatever is going to work for you, you know? So I am extremely grateful to be able to continue having the health that allows me to not only help myself, but also help others and be able to continue on this journey to advocate for others' health as well, and to be able to be a support system to other fellow survivors. And also, of course, I don't want to leave out for those fellows that have alopecia. I want to be able to support them as well, because hair loss is something that can really be debilitating, and I would like to be able to help give them as well a lot of love, and be able to share whatever tips and tricks that I have to help them sort of navigate through that as well, and make it a little bit more natural, a little bit more cute and glamorous and things like that. And, you know, and also be more open to finding a new look and changing your style, and, you know, and using hair and makeup as an accessory. So whatever your mood is, that's what you want to go with. Okay, so that's number 2, health. All right, so now we're going to focus on the hair. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wig cap on. That's going to help flatten my own natural hair. Okay, got all of that in there. And also another thing I'm going to place on my head that's going to help me anchor the wig cap and keep it in place, as well as create a little bit more traction for the wig to come on, and also be able to hold on to my scalp and to my head much better. So this is a Wig Grip. This one in particular I like because it has the little lace part there, which allows that if you have a left, a right, or center part, you can place it there. But in this case, we're going to be using a full wig, so we're not going to have any lace parting at all. This is going to actually have bangs, and I will show you the style in just a second. But you get the Velcro on one side and a shorter Velcro on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and just place that in the center. Put it really nice and tight, so it has a nice grip. Like that. Okay, and I have my own hair in a little bun. Okay, and I have the Wig Grip right below that as well. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the hair that we're going to focus on today. This is a great collection of very inexpensive, very fashion conscious, very fun, very sassy, and very plop and go type of wigs. This collection is part of OUTRE's WigPop collection. These are synthetic full wigs, and the style we're going to focus on today is going to be Senna. Okay, so she is looking so cute. Now, they show Senna with a blonde color. The blonde color that they show her is in the DR4 Golden Honey Blonde, but we're going to be focusing on the ginger brown. So the ginger brown is going to be the color that we want to look at today. The back of the stock card does show a long list of different specialty colors that you can choose from, as well as some information on basic maintenance and what the WigPop collection is all about, which is really cute, kind of like fast fashion, but for the hair, you know, so just to give you an impression. These wigs sometimes can be a yay, sometimes they can be a nay in terms of how they may fit particularly on your head. Some of them tend to be a little bit more small head friendly, and others are on the average size. I don't know if the collection in general allows for too much big head friendly styles. Again, these are very inexpensive wigs. They are not the super highest quality in terms of the things that they provide. You know, it's not going to have like an elastic band. It's not going to have like the convertibility that the converti caps have from the OUTRE converti cap collection. It's not going to have like HD lace that you're going to blend and melt away. It's not going to be any of that. All of these WigPop wigs from OUTRE tend to be plop and go, really easy, really fast, but also very affordable. So affordability is a a big piece of it for this Wig Pop collection, you know, but it allows people to kind of get their feet wet in terms of synthetic wigs and be able to have fun wearing them. So as you see from this particular picture, and I will add some more pictures as well, the Senna is a long past the shoulder style with nice soft waves, and it does have a nice soft bang on it, so you don't have to worry about leaving any of your hair out. You can definitely go into another shade if you want to, because since you're not going to have your own hair showing, you can go completely opposite to what you have. So if you're a blonde and you want to go bright red or dark chocolate or whatever it is, you have some options. There's ginger brown, maple brown, DR, meaning dark root copper orange, DR red velvet. There is the DR2 creamy toffee, the DR2 golden amber, as well as, like I said before, the DR4 golden honey blonde. So some really, really stunning shades to choose from. And this wig came out to less than 20 bucks. So you can't go wrong. So let me get it and I'll be right back so we can put her on and then finally talk about number one on the list. I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the last step on the makeup application with the Catrice Prime and Fine spray. This is the Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. So I'm going to go ahead and shake that up and apply it all over the face. Let that dry. The hair is on. Let me show you the side view and the back view. As you can see, the length, okay, the side, okay, and the front. Isn't this gorgeous, guys? Oh my God. This is so pretty and it looks so natural. I'm gonna literally leave the bangs like this so that way it's a very soft look. I don't necessarily want to cut them, but I think that just leaving it like that is going to be very natural. And you have, it blends really, really great. You have the ear tabs on each side, which you can actually adjust and make them kind of go against your head. They have like little wires here, so if you turn them inward, it will give you that really close to your head feel right there. Isn't this beautiful? So that is the Senna in the Wig Pop collection by Outre in the ginger brown. So, so pretty. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the makeup really quick. So we focused on Catrice and Essence as part of our makeup application. We went over utilizing the Flower Primer, really, really nice smoothing primer. The foundation that we use is the True Skin by Catrice, along with the True Skin powder to set the makeup. Then we went and used the Prime and Fine by Catrice to contour and chisel our features. Then we went on to use two different blushes, one in a more toasty color and more in a rosy color. I will attach that information again on the drop down list. So that is what gave us that beautiful cheek look. In the eyes, we primed the lids with the Milani eye base. And we went ahead and used the 5 in a Box by Catrice as well to create this really pretty natural smoky look. We used the 18-hour pencil by Catrice, as well as the highlighter pencil in ivory from Flower Beauty. For the eyes, we also utilize the Essence, the Lash Princess Essence Mascara to give us a nice fluttery look. For the eyebrows, we use 3 different things. We use the brow glue by NYX. We also use the brow pencil by NYX, as well as the Lift and Snatch brow pen by NYX. That created a nice, beautiful arch to our eyes. And then we went ahead and set the makeup with the Prime and Fine spray to make the overall look be nice and glowy and long lasting as well. So that is the makeup that we applied today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, this is the WigPop Senna color in style from WigPop. So the number 1 item in my list is all about being grateful for time. I am so grateful to have had this time with you, to be able to share with you some of my thoughts and some of the things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful and thankful to have more time in my life overall, to be able to share different experiences and grow as a person. I'm super grateful to be standing here or sitting here today to be able to speak with you. So I cherish every moment in my time here on earth. And I am also looking forward to spending more time with you. So before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I really thank you, and I'm so blessed to have you guys here to support me. I thank you for the honor of your time. I hope to see you again very soon. I hope that today, Thanksgiving Day, you're able to create your own list of 10 things that you are most grateful for. And I hope you have a happy and healthy Thanksgiving with your friends and family and your loved ones. And always know you have a friend here with me. So I hope that this is a bountiful Thanksgiving for you, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Bye.